What's up, y'all? Let's talk about The Professional, sometimes called Leon the Professional. You all probably know this movie. This is the movie that made John Reno's face and voice instantly recognizable. Natalie Portman began her prolific career playing Matilda in this movie. She's orphaned after a corrupt cop murders her entire family. She takes refuge with Leon, who lives like basically the next door down from her in her apartment complex. And Leon teaches her how to assassinate people, and then ultimately Matilda exacts her revenge against these corrupt cops. I love this movie, despite some admittedly silly moments.
Tell him I'm coming up.
It's coming up.
I think we'll be okay here, Leon.
He wants to talk to you.
Make sure he understands. And let him go. And let him go. And let him go.
So where's the unpopular opinion? Here's the unpopular opinion. Gary Oldman as Norman Stansfield was the absolute weakest part of this entire movie, and Stansfield is not a good movie villain, and Gary Oldman did not portray him well.
You bro, Pete,
Stop booing me. I know what I said, okay? Look, I love some of Gary Oldman's stuff. Love it. I thought he was great as Shelley Runyon in The Contender. If you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. And certainly you also know The Fifth Element, where Oldman played John Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg.
You asked for a case, we brought you a
A
case.
case with 4 stones in it! Not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4! 4 stones! What the hell am I supposed to do with an empty case?
That's one of my favorite movie quotes ever, but I never get to say it because it's difficult to work organically into conversations.
Look at my fingers. 4 stones, 4 crates. 0 stones, 0 crates!
That's right, 0 crates. I wonder what happened here, you know, both of these villains were created by Luc Besson, and both were portrayed by the same actor. Before you slam that dislike button and tell me that I'm an idiot in the comments, at least hear me out. Then hit the dislike button.
This is bullshit.
So, I get the idea that Gary Oldman has never done drugs or seen anybody do drugs, or that he did drugs and saw people do drugs but forgot what it's like during the process of this movie. Just what the fuck is supposed to be happening here anyhow? It's not like he's taking a hit off of a cigarette or doing a shot where you do feel the effects almost instantly. I never really popped pills, but I've taken pills. I've taken drugs in pill form. Okay, hang on. Let me back up here. I've taken like medicine in pill form. Okay, and the effects are not instant. Even if you break the thing open, BC headache powder is basically just an aspirin that's ground up, right? The effects aren't instant. And also, what exactly is he doing that causes him to move around like a straitjacket from Silent Hill 2? Seems very contrived to me is all. Now, he's about as convincing of a gleeful psychopath, which is what I think he was going for here, as John Lithgow was in Cliffhanger. Really, he reminds me more of the petulant child from that episode of The Twilight Zone with Billy Mumy, The Good Life. Petulant and whiny. Here are some examples.
Bring me everyone. What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone!
Why does he say it like that? Well, according to the internet, he did this to make director Luc Besson laugh, and Besson loved it and left it in. And since it's on the internet, it's definitely true. So then this isn't any brilliant character exposition, right? It's just an actor yelling a line that he thought would make the director laugh, which it did, and then the director left it in. It's worthless. It doesn't mean anything.
Do you like life, sweetheart?
Yes.
It's good.
Now, the only reason that this scene is remotely tense is because of Natalie Portman, the 12-year-old rookie child actress. We have veteran Gary Oldman here, doing a straitjacket shit again, and he just distracted me from watching Natalie. Now, I know Natalie Portman did go on to be in a lot of shit, but we're talking about Gary Oldman here and now. Again, this here, look, this doesn't come across as intimidating or scary. It's come across as very awkward. This guy's personal space is being invaded, and that's about it. This actor, whose name I don't even know, is more effective than Gary Oldman. Like, if it wasn't for this actor, and if it wasn't for Natalie Portman in the previous scene, Gary Oldman would not seem scary. He would seem awkward and creepy. I've seen this performance described as over the top. I don't think that it is over the top. I think it's a dumbed down parody of what over the top actually is. You want to know what I think sets the bar for an over the top psychopath villain? Armand Asante as Rico in Judge Dredd. Now, of course, Judge Dredd is a comic book movie with Rob Schneider, while The Professional is a serious neo-noir work of art. Alright then, why don't we compare Oldman to Harvey Keitel from Bad Lieutenant, or Christopher Walken from Nick of Time. I believed both of these guys, though Walken's character in Nick of Time was kind of stupid. Stupid, but well portrayed. Both of these movies came out about the same time as The Professional, which is why I bring them up. So the character of Norman Stansfield himself, why does this guy command any respect? He seems to me like an unhinged coward. Unhinged can equal scary, but this guy seems a lot more like a huge pain in everybody's ass than an intimidating, malevolent force. He almost shoots people in his own crew multiple times in the movie, and so his crew doesn't really seem to trust him too much. He is not nice, respectful, polite, reasonable, or charismatic towards a single person in the entire movie. He's mean and shitty to absolutely everyone! Like I mentioned a minute ago, Stansfield is a complete and utter coward. Let's take a look at the only times that Norman Stansfield successfully killed anybody in this movie. Disclaimer, there's about to be a bunch of shooting and people getting hit with bullets. Okay, here we go. Roll the tape. Alright, holds his own against a group of unarmed women and children that he ambushed. Okay, tough guy, for sure. Very tough. So in order to hit the man with the gun in the apartment, the only potential threat to him and the only person in the apartment that's involved, he had to hide and shoot him from behind. Feels a little less tough. Feels a little less tough. Next clip. Okay, we have another ambush against a female minor. And he used the clever and cunning technique of hiding behind the door. Wow. Okay, super tough. Very mean, Stan. Very tough and cunning. He gets the drop on Leon at the end of the movie by ambushing him and shooting him in the back. How does any of this make Stansfield one of the greatest villains of all time? I better be careful not to get on this guy's bad side. I run the risk of him hiding under my bed and shooting me when it gets dark out and I'm already asleep from under the mattress. What are this guy's motivations? Why does he act like this? For money? I sincerely doubt it. He doesn't really talk about money and he only seems to own one change of clothes. For power? I guess. But over who and what? These idiot goons of his? He seems to already be fairly powerful anyhow. I mean, he's got the mob boss shaking like a leaf. Drugs? Maybe the drugs cause him to do it? That doesn't, make any sense. It seems like he's taking uppers or something, not hallucinogens that also make you a psychopath. Mental illness? I can't stretch like that, you know what I mean? It's a pretty serious stretch. I think the real answer is, he's the bad guy. Okay, Gary, let's do it again, but act more like a psychopath. Okay, that's good. Alright. He's completely wrong about Beethoven. I don't know why he had to drag Beethoven into this shit, but in no way does Stan's description of Beethoven's music actually apply to Beethoven's music. This seems like some half-assed attempt by Luc Besson to make this dumpster fire of a character sound smart and well-read. It could be a reference to Immortal Beloved, where Gary Oldman played Beethoven, but whatever, it's still really stupid. Okay, that's basically all I have to say on the matter. I was thinking about doing a review of The Professional, but I probably won't anytime soon. However, I did just see this movie the other day, and this has been on my mind ever since, and I just wanted to put it out there. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace out.